Sweet memories.
Who is your role model, if you have one?
Yeah.
And if not, what is the type of life that you would like to live
Oh,
that would
interesting
make you
question.
fulfilled?
Very interesting question. There are types of role models, aren't there? Like some
Yeah.
people have celebrities as role models.
Yeah.
I really don't get that. Like having a celebrity idol, celebrity worship is something I don't get at all. I absolutely despise it. I think how can you sort of be your own person and like, you know, be an individual if you're sort of worshipping what somebody else does. So don't get that at all. There's people, of course, I respect, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't be that. I would say the closest thing I have to a role model is my own dad.
Yeah.
Just because he's an absolute legend and he gave me the exact sort of upbringing and childhood and instilled in me the sorts of things that I would definitely want to pass on to my own kids. I'm very fortunate to come from a very happy family. A lot of people have described it as like the family from the French textbook, as in like just that happy family in the picture. My mum and dad started a business together when they were 25, just in a sort of one-room flat. They used to have to pack the fax machine away to have dinner at the table. That's how it started. And then by the time I was born, they had one employee.
Yeah.
And now, there's, 50 or so.
Yeah.
And so that's something I've always admired about them, is willing to strike out on their own. And I think that's why they were so supportive and sort of understood what I wanted to do, because they did the same thing. They did corporate jobs for a bit, and they were like, "This is not the life we want to lead. We're gonna take a punt on this." And it was because of that they managed to have a lifestyle which afforded me a very sort of happy childhood. Like because my dad was the boss of the business, for example, he could decide to take Mondays off to spend with me when I was a really small kid.
Yeah.
He could do that, and so I got to spend a lot of time with my parents, more than if they just had normal jobs, which was really something nice. And I would love to do the same for my own kids. And also I really do feel sad for people whose either like parents disagree on stuff, or they really disagree with their parents about stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just difficult. Like I think my parents are just just so cool and just reasonable, and I just agree with them on everything. So I basically just want to have my parents' life, so I can have that to my own kids. I got the opportunity to travel and live in different places, which I think is hugely important for your personal development and sort of understanding the world. So I'd love to do that as well. I mean, they even sort of had my dream wedding already.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it?
They own a ski holiday company.
Of course.
So they went skiing unbelievably on wedding day, and my dad, before the ceremony, him and his mate went out and skied the most difficult run in horrible conditions.
Really?
Just sort of carpe diem, let's go. And I sort of want to do that as well. I like that idea.
Yeah, carpe that diem.